It's okay to cry. Now, why I am talking about crying? Because I myself have cried a lot in past 1 week. Actually our whole nation has been mourning the loss of that actor who committed suicide. And I cried after more than 30 years for a reason that a celebrity had died. I still remember my favorite actor and actress had died way back in late 80s, like between 86 to 88, 1988. I was in school at that time and I had cried. But ever since then, I never cried at the death of a celebrity. It's not that I did not mourn them. But as I said earlier in my another video, sometimes it's easy to understand loss of a life due to a disease or old age. But when you see waste of a precious life, somebody forced into a depressing situation and that person ends the life because I'm sure that person did not see a way out. It's tragic. It's tragic. And since that fateful Sunday till today, I've cried many a times. But let me tell you, I'm not a person who cries often. Sometimes weeks and months and even year has passed when I didn't cry. And those years, my health has suffered a lot. Last year, something very tragic happened when somebody cheated me of my work experience certificate. I had slogged and that person cheated. They refused. And I was so shocked that my pulse shot from 72 to 150. I wish I would have cried at that time. I would have been healthier. But when I cried later, things have been better. What is crying? Crying is it's an emotion of catharsis. When you let go yourself, you pour out your emotions, maybe the sense of helplessness, the sense of pain, and you let it go, let it flow out in form of tears. So crying is okay. Trust me, crying is okay. It does not make you any lesser of yourself. It's okay to cry. Let yourself cry if you feel hurt. Then in our country, we have seen that very often the boys are taught that men do not cry. It's a social conditioning of the boys that men do not cry. Crying is a sign of weakness. And they suffer more than we females do. So I've taught my son, my 14-year-old son, to cry whenever he feels hurt. Because if he bottles it up inside him and keeps on carrying it, it's going to really trouble him a lot. So I have taught him to let go of himself, to cry if he feels like crying, to cry if he feels the pain, to cry if he feels fearful, to cry if he's hurtful. He's a teenager and he needs to learn to manage his emotion, but managing emotion does not mean that you need to bottle up your emotion. So, men can also cry, whether it's a female or a male. If you are in pain, find a way to release your pain. If you are angry, when I cry most when I'm very frustrated or when I'm very angry and I can't do anything about a situation. Thankfully, life has been pretty kind to me that I have cried very less out of sorrow, but more in anger or frustration. So, it's that sense of helplessness which, instead of grinding my teeth and like uh, putting my banging my hands on a door or something aggressive, I my tears immediately well up. So if you're frustrated, if the things are out of your hand, as sometimes they will be, you can allow yourself to cry. So it's okay to cry. Let yourself release your pain, your hurt, your anger, your frustration, until unless you have a better option. So, crying is a coping mechanism in a frustrating or depressing situation. So today I don't have many other advices for you except that it's okay to cry. It's okay.